You wake up and your heart is already racing. Nothing has happened yet. No danger, no threat. And yet your body feels like something is about to go wrong. Why? You call it anxiety. But the real answer is far stranger. Because what you feel right now was never designed for this world. Your brain is not broken, it is outdated, and it is trying to protect you from a danger that no longer exists. 200,000 years ago, you would not wake up to notifications or deadlines. You would wake up to uncertainty, to hunger, to the possibility that something in the tall grass was watching you. Back then, anxiety was not a problem. It was a survival system. Short burst, high alert, immediate action. If your heart raced, you ran. If your mind imagined danger, you prepared. If something felt off, you listened, because ignoring that feeling could get you killed. So your brain evolved a shortcut. Better to assume danger and be wrong than to ignore danger and be dead. This is called the smoke detector principle, described by researcher Randolph Ness. Your brain is like a smoke alarm. It is designed to go off even when there is no fire. Because a false alarm is annoying, but a misfire is fatal. So your system became biased toward fear, biased toward caution, biased toward imagining worst-case scenarios, and for most of human history, that bias kept you alive. But then everything changed. Your environment evolved faster than your biology. You are no longer surrounded by predators. You are surrounded by emails. No longer running from lions. Now you are running from expectations. No longer facing immediate physical danger. Now you are facing abstract psychological pressure. But your brain does not know that. It cannot tell the difference between a tiger in the bushes and a message that says, "We need to talk." So it reacts the same way. Heart rate increases, breathing shortens, muscles tense. Your body prepares for survival, but there is nothing to fight, nothing to run from. So the energy has nowhere to go, and that is when anxiety turns inward. It becomes rumination, overthinking, endless loops of what if? What if something goes wrong? What if you fail? What if they judge you? Your brain is doing its job, but in the wrong context. Psychologist Joseph Ledoux explains that the fear system in your brain operates faster than conscious thought. Before you can think, you feel. Before you can reason, you react. Because evolution prioritized speed over accuracy. That made sense when danger was immediate, but now, you feel first, and then you try to explain it. So your mind creates stories to justify the feeling, even if those stories are not real, and the more you think about them, the more real they feel. This is how anxiety feeds itself. Feeling creates thought. Thought amplifies feeling. Loop again, again, again. But here is where it gets even stranger. Your brain does not just detect danger. It predicts it. Neuroscientist Lisa Feldman Barrett describes the brain as a prediction machine. It is constantly guessing what will happen next based on past experiences. If something went wrong before, your brain remembers. And it prepares you in advance, even if the situation is completely different. So one bad experience can echo across your entire life. A single rejection, a single failure, a single moment of embarrassment, and your brain says, "Never again!" So it scans constantly, looking for signs, patterns, threats, even when there are none. Because to your brain, uncertainty equals risk, and risk must be controlled. So you start avoiding things. Conversations, opportunities, decisions. Not because they are dangerous, but because they feel dangerous. And feeling is enough. Over time, your world gets smaller. Not because reality changed, but because your brain decided it might. This is how a survival tool becomes a trap. It is still trying to protect you, but now it is protecting you from life itself. And the more you listen to it blindly, the stronger it becomes. Because every time you avoid something, your brain learns that was the right choice. That kept you safe, even if nothing would have happened. This is reinforcement. And it wires the pattern deeper. But here is the part most people miss. Anxiety is not your enemy. It is a signal, a system, a message. It is your brain saying, pay attention. But it does not always know what deserves attention. So it overfires, like a car alarm triggered by the wind. Loud, persistent, but not always meaningful. So the goal is not to eliminate anxiety. That would be like removing your smoke detector. The goal is to recalibrate it, to teach your brain what is actually dangerous and what is not, and that requires something uncomfortable. Exposure. Facing the very things your brain tells you to avoid, not recklessly, not all at once, but gradually. Because every time you face something and survive, you update the system. You show your brain, this is not a threat. And slowly, the alarm quiets down. Psychologist Albert Bandura called this self-efficacy. The belief that you can handle what comes next, not because you feel no fear, but because you have proven to yourself that fear does not control you. And that changes everything. Because the goal was never to feel safe. The goal was to become capable. There is a difference. Feeling safe depends on the world. Being capable depends on you. And the world will always be unpredictable. But your response does not have to be. So the next time your heart starts racing for no reason, pause. Do not immediately trust the signal. Question it. Ask yourself, is this danger? Or is this my brain trying to protect me from something it does not understand? Because most of the time, it is not a tiger. It is a system built for a different world. Still running, still scanning, still trying. And if you learn to understand it, you stop fighting your anxiety and start working with it. Because the feeling in your chest right now is not weakness, it is ancient, and it is trying to keep you alive.